Okay, so in the last video I told you I was gonna tell y'all what happened on how I got an early Christmas gift. So it was one day at school, it was a B-day. I got to school, we was going to our first mall. I went to the bathroom, and next thing you know, my phone cut out, blocked out. Mind you, I had the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It blocked out. So then, I'm like, okay, it's just gonna cut back on because you know, like certain phones do that. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes. Mind you, the phone is fully charged. I charged it the night before. Fully charged. But I'm like, okay, let me put it on the charger and do my little method. Let me take it off the charger and do my little method. I'm like, okay, it ain't turned back on, so is it? I'm like, I hope my phone not broke. So mind you, I had my Apple Watch. I'm glad I bought it because that day I was like, oh, I ain't gonna bring my Apple Watch. I ain't gonna do this. I bought it. So I called my mother. I said, my phone not working. She said, okay, try to do that little method. I said, I tried to do it. She said, okay, try to do it again and come back. I said, okay. So I called her back. She was like, okay, I'm gonna see you after school. I said, so what I'm gonna do without the phone? And I gotta go to the other building and stuff. So she said, okay, you'll be okay. So I had an Apple Watch, but wasn't no apps on there that I can do nothing on. So I'm like, alright. So I go to first mall, B-Day. I go in there, I sit down. Mind you, my friend Mariah had came in the classroom because my mother had called her phone. Because she couldn't get to me, so she called her phone. So she told the teacher that my mother was calling. Because I had stepped out the classroom. I'm talking to my mother, and I hear her door lock. I'm like, huh? The door lock? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finish talking to my mother. Because she on the phone with Apple and stuff. So, I'm like, okay. So I got off the phone with my mother. I'm trying to go back in the classroom. The door is locked. So I'm trying to open the door. I'm like, hold on, is this locked or am I tripping? So I try to open it again. I said, oh, she locked the door. She being petty. I'm like, okay. So she calls the office. Yes, the office. She say, oh, Janiyah has walked out of my classroom. Girl, what?
Tell her why she said, stop trying to tell her.
So she called the office. I'm like, what you calling the office for? She just told you that my mother called her to talk to me. So she like, okay, so I'm trying to open the door because I heard the door unlock. So I'm trying to, stop! You're trying to open my door! Stop! So mind you, after that, I said, I'm not going back in there. So I didn't go back in there. I went with Mariah. No, I went to go find my assistant principal. But she wasn't in her office, so I went to go find the principal. I didn't know where he was at. I went to go find this other lady. I don't know what she is. I think she's assistant principal too.
Had found us.
So then, she wasn't in her office either, so I'm like, alright, let me just go back upstairs. So security's like, oh, you Janiyah? I'm like, yeah. They like, oh, here go your stuff. I said, oh, thank you. So mind you, I called my mother back and say she kicked me out the back of the classroom. So she like, huh? Kick you out the classroom? So yeah, I told her what happened and all that. She said, okay. So she talked to security because I was with security right there in the hallway. And she had said, they had told her, well, she had said what happened. So I feel like I'm missing a part. Oh, so I call my mother. I'm on the phone with my mother when I'm in front of the classroom. She like, okay, let me talk to the teacher. So she talking to the teacher. The teacher doing all like this. Mind you, she old. So she doing all like this, acting like she young. Girl, go sit your... Okay. So yeah, she doing all that. And I'm like, Ma, you don't even got to talk to her. She being disrespectful and all that. She moving her head around like, girl, you're not young. Young. So I'm like, okay, I just walked off because, baby, you ain't about to talk to my mother like that. So, dang. So, yeah. So then that's when I seen security. And then they had talked to my mother, and then I told them I'm not going in that classroom for the rest of the year. So y'all either gonna switch my schedule, or I'm just not gonna go in there. I'm gonna have one of the administrators get my work, and I'm gonna do it like that. Like I'm not gonna keep going to somebody's classroom that's about to keep being disrespectful to me. Who they feeling like? So yeah. So mind you, later that day I got home. My iPad was at home. So later that day, hold on, y'all. Okay, so mind y'all, I had got home and stuff. I had got me something to eat because I ain't eat all day. Because I don't eat school lunch. So, I ain't eat all day. I was mad and all that other stuff. So, I'm like, bruh, I'm just sitting here in the house thinking about how my phone broke. I'm like, how did it black out? Out of all days, it decided to black out on a Thursday morning. Thursday morning at 8:30. 8:30 a.m. Yeah, so I got home, got on my iPad. So she like, okay, we gonna go to Apple when I get off. I'm like, okay. So I'm just thinking. I'm like, am I about to get a new phone? If I am about to get a new phone, before I left out the house, I looked on Amazon for an iPhone, well, a case for an iPhone 13 Pro Max and a 16 Pro Max. So I'm like, okay, I have to get either one of those because my mother don't get me like the 14 or nothing. She give me the real upgraded phone. So I'm like, all right, it have to be one of these. So I look for a screen protector and a case for the 15 and 16. A screen protector for the 15 and 16. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get one of these. So mind you, we leave out later that day. We on the way to Apple. I'm like, okay. So we got there. We just looking somewhere for the park. We park. Mind you, it's like in a mall. So I went in Pandora, seen something that I wanted. And then I had went to her because she was in an Apple store. So for my phone to get fixed, it was like 8 something like that. I think it was, I don't think it was something like that. So damn, I'm like, she not about to pay no $800 screen to get fixed. So I'm like, okay, she probably buying me a new phone. Or I'm gonna just be like, the phone. I'm gonna have to use my old phone. I'm like, okay. So, mind you, I just walk out and go to another store. I think I went back in Pandora to keep looking. So then, she had gave me her other phone just in case she needed to call me. So she called me. She was like, come here real quick. So, mind you, I went in there and everything. So, mind you, I went in there and everything. And I'm like, okay, so am I getting my phone fixed or am I getting it? Am I getting my phone fixed or am I get a new phone. She didn't say nothing. So I'm like, okay, I just walked back to the Apple store and walked around. Like, right there where Apple at. So, then, the third time I went back in there, she was talking to a man. The next time she was talking to the man about how my phone was acting up and stuff. So they like, we need to see if it had Apple Care and all that other stuff. We like, it do got Apple Care. So I think it had expired or something like that. Something like that. So mind you, I'm about to walk back out. What I said was, y'all better have me a new phone or my phone fixed when I get back in this Apple store. Okay? All caps. So I walked out to see if they had that charm that I wanted. So I see they had it. So I'm going back in there to tell her. Mind you, she bought all the iPhones and stuff, and the man got a little thing in his hand. I'm like, okay. So I hear something ringing. I'm like, I know that ain't my phone because my phone is broke. But the screen was just black, but the phone is on. So I'm like, who's calling me and they know my phone broke? I'm like, okay. So the man pulls the bag up. It's an Apple bag. My face lit up. She like, oh, Merry Christmas. I said, thank you. And she was like, oh, tell the man sorry. I said, oh, no, I think she said, tell the man thank you. Yeah, she was like, tell the man thank you. I was like, okay, thank you. So mind y'all, I had got a whole new phone that same day. Then it was almost 8 o'clock and we had to hurry up and get to the phone store to get my stuff switched over. So, oh my gosh. Shoot, I hope we make it because, oh Lord. So I wound up getting an iPhone 16 Pro Max. Desert Titanium. The man had picked the color out, I think. I don't know. So I guess my mother seen me get this phone. Well, had seen me pick this phone up and, yeah. So, yeah, that's how I got my early Christmas gift. Hey, y'all. Alright, so it's currently Vlogmas day 6. And, hold on, y'all, hold on. This will be the end of this video. Hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe. 100 subscribers. I play too much, but yeah, give me 200 subscribers. Follow my socials, and I hope you stay a while. Bye.